Welcome, guys. It's Mike again. Happy Frog Friday. Oh, look at that. This is my lightning yellow magma ocean hybrid that I put together not that long ago. And if you haven't seen the vid on that, check it out on my channel. I did actually retain my original, so I haven't just put the resin on my original. I got another one and put this together. Look how the rose gold decorative screws play with that yellow coloring, and the band keeper as well. The rose gold buttons there. This really is a spectacular piece, and I couldn't have imagined it coming out any better than it did. Beautiful. But today, guys, is not about the monster. Happy Frog Friday, not about the monster. It is about this piece I have in for review, guys. This is the Seiko PADI monster. Now, it's a review, my first review, because usually I'm sharing a watch from my collection. This is not from my collection, guys. This is a lent-in watch, and it was sent in to me by Random Rob. So there's a link to his channel in every single one of my videos. Check him out. He has a vast collection of videos on various different pieces. I think he does a video every day, so check him out if you're not already subscribed. And thank you, Rob, for sending this in. Anyway, guys, on with the review. So first impressions are, it's a monster. They've kept the design of the monster, you know, the outline of the monster. They've kept it really well. This is the Gen 4. Seiko launched the monster in 2001 with the SKX 781 orange monster and the SKX 799 black monster. And yeah, this is the last iteration, or the latest iteration, the Gen 4. So it's still retaining a lot of its design cues from the Gen 1. But there are some differences. Before I go into those, guys, I'm just gonna get into the stats of this watch. So the case is a 42.4 mil. The height is a 13.4 mil. The lug to lug is a 49.4 mil. And the lug width is a 20 mil, even though it extends outside of the lug there. Beautifully done, by the way the bracelet carries on from the case. It is a 20 mil there. The watch weighs 186 grams, and the crown is a 7 mil crown, easy to grip, guys. Has a crown guard as well. They've integrated the guards for the bezel and the crown really well. The Gen 1s and Gen 2s, Gen 3s do have that as well, but it's a lot more visible. This is really integrated really well. So I would say it looks like what Seiko have done is they've made the monster more appealing to somebody who's maybe new to the Seiko monster brand. It's still a monster, but it's softer. Even the cutouts for the 120 click bezel, unidirectional bezel, they're a lot softer, they're a lot smoother, but really easy to grab, guys. There are two things that I will say that make this watch less than 100%. The first is, as all Seiko owners, or and if you own a Seiko dive watch, you will know that the bezel alignment can be bad, can be poor, and this is one of them. You can see there. Look, I've clicked it now and it's out. So personally, guys, I'm used to it now. I would simply just line it up and forget about it. But that's personal preference. Second is this day-date candy bar magnifier. It can be an eyesore. It takes away the symmetry of the watch to some people. Personally, I would say if it's set correctly, as in it's straight, if it's been applied straight, as some of them aren't, and it works, obviously it does magnify the day and date, then the functionality of the magnifier is working properly and it's fine. If what I would do is I would replace the Hardlex crystal for a double dome sapphire crystal, which takes out the candy bar day date magnifier, and carry on. But that's just me. Those two things, I would say, guys, are the only two things that make this watch less than 100%. Stainless steel bracelet with pin and collar links. Really good system, guys. I changed them. If you change them, that's brilliant. If you don't, YouTube tutorials, guys. It's a really good system to learn, and it works. The screws work, but the screws can back out. The pin and collar system will never back out on you. Good clasp, and a bigger clasp now for the Gen 4. Slightly bigger clasp for the Gen 4, and it doesn't have that step down link, which the other generation models do. So Seiko have thought about the owners and really made some good changes. As you can see, screw back case back, screw down case back, and it is a special edition. Also have your dive extension there, and yes, guys, you can use this as a dive watch. It is 200 meters, water resistance, ISO certified, and with the screw down crown, it will maintain your water resistance for you. Okay, enough fiddling with that. Right, so guys, moving on to the aesthetically pleasing part of this watch, that deep black matte dial, beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and those applied indices with the polished borders really make for a classy looking watch. I love the splash of red for the second hand and the minute hand, and also on the surround by the bezel lume pip there. It just adds just enough color, and that's a PADI signature color, the red, the black and the blue. So really nicely done, really nicely done. I think, guys, that what Seiko have done here is they've aimed this watch at the person who possibly is new to the Seiko Monster. They've made it less intimidating by softening the cutouts, and it has, I don't know if you try and capture this, guys, it kind of flares outwards as it goes up towards the tip of the bezel. Now that reminds me, maybe some of you will remember, of the SNDA-13 Caesar watch, the Seiko SNDA-13 Caesar. Check that out, guys, and you'll see what I mean. It flared outwards as it went up towards the top of the bezel, and that makes for great grip. It's a nice bezel action. It's not too rough, not too sloppy. It's just right for someone who is just getting into the hobby and you know, wants to experience a nice watch with all of the design qualities of the original Monster. Now, 4R36 movement inside, and it seems like Seiko are using this movement now for their entry-level watches, which is a good thing. That's a very good movement. 41 hours power reserve, hacking and winding, and really good entry-level movement to have. But that has put the price up, unfortunately. But it's a good piece to have, guys. I mean, these can be got for around about the 500 mark, just over the 500 mark, and possibly less now, which isn't bad for this level of watch. I mean, if you can get over the candy bar day date magnifier and the alignment, then this is a lovely piece to have. Let me give you a wrist shot, guys. Let's remove the frogman for now, and I will give you a wrist shot on my 7 3/4 to see how it looks. And there it is, guys, on my 7 3/4 wrist. You got 4 micro adjustments there, which, as we all know, those of us who have these watches, makes a huge difference when you've got more micro adjustments than really needed, because it allows you to play without having to lose links or add links. So there it is, guys, on my 7 3/4 inch wrist. Final thoughts before I do the loom shot from the Lumibrite loom filled indices there on the dial. I think, guys, I feel that this is a very good watch to have for a new person to the watch collecting and Seiko diver collecting. I think the weight's good. I think it wears well. It's got good movement on the bezel. Great colorway, so it's aesthetically pleasing. Lovely polished and brushed combination there throughout the whole watch. You know, it's one of those watches that you can wear to the office and you can wear at the weekends, you know, out and about. It's a home run, really, for me. Definitely something that even a collector, a seasoned collector like myself, can consider adding to the collection. It's the first PADI monster, and they've waited till the Gen 4 to do it. And the Gen 4 is a robust monster. This is a hard watch, guys. It's you're gonna be hard pressed to break this. So that's my review, guys. I'm gonna give you a light shot or a loom shot to close out with. In fact, let's get a little bit of that on there to enhance it, because it's quite light here. And there you have it. Two-tone Lumibrite on this Seiko PADI monster. Isn't that a gorgeous shot, guys? Look at that. Lovely. So there you have it, guys. This was the SRPE27 Seiko PADI monster in all of its glory. I'll leave you with this, guys. Wear all of your timepieces in the very, very best of health. And until next time, take care.